What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF, the real Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate? It's down there scrolling below, people. We highly appreciate y'all guys donating to the channel. Make sure y'all guys share the videos, man. Listen, shout out to my brother True. He be down here next month. So we gonna shoot this video for the OBF network intro. So he be down here in the city. Y'all gonna see, man. We're gonna try to get enough shots around the city, see what we can do. So we can go on some spots to shoot the video. But yeah, that's coming, man. We got big things coming next month, man. Like I said, we're gonna shut down the studio for about a couple of weeks, maybe like two weeks. I'm revamping the whole studio, so hopefully by the time my homeboy come down here, I'll probably revamp the studio. Probably might be done by then. But yeah, so we got some big shit happening next month. Hopefully we can get everybody in the family on one accord so we can start doing shows, live shows and shit together and shit. So but I'm holding it down, people. Y'all know how I do, man. Well, shout out to the family, man. Excuse me. Anyway, let's get down to business. All right, people. I talk about this shit all the time because people need to know, and I hope Trump supporters see this video, because this is the prime example. Listen, I show y'all clips of how crazy some of the Trump supporters are, right? And the Republican Party is, and the MAGA, whatever the fuck they want to call them, but call themselves. But I show you the extreme parts of them, right? But I'm gonna let y'all hear the ones that actually have some type of they're not as stupid, right? Some people, if you ever notice, right, a lot of people that get in cults and shit like that, I got a show that I'm gonna do probably sometime next week, right? That I'm gonna let y'all hear about a guy that actually been in a cult, right? And he gonna go through. We gonna go through that shit. We gonna explain how people, what their mind states are. These type of Trump supporters are partly codish, right? They're not fully developed. I mean, fully into the cult. But when you've been a Republican for a long time, like if you've been a Democrat for a long time, you think only just like Democrats. You try to see the other side, but you just can't see it because it just doesn't register to you, right? Because it's not your life, right? And you don't move like that. It's the same thing with Republicans, right? So you have certain Republicans that has been Republicans for a long time, and so their outlook on the country and even the world, in a way, is very different from a lot of ours, right? They grew up in different generations. They seen what other presidents did, and so they have this mind state of how shit's supposed to be. They don't have any rational reality of how times move. Shit is not the same how shit used to be. I know shit used to be maybe good to you at a certain time in your life back in the day, but that didn't mean that everybody's life was good, right? And it's the same way. It's the same cycle every generation, right? So just because I may have an era where I think shit was okay for me, doesn't mean it was good for everybody else. So, but that's where the humanity comes in. That's where the moral principles or your core or who you are supposed to come in, right? So we're not dealing with like people that don't understand this. Some people, right? These are people that understand this, but they have been a Republican for so long that they can't see outside of that, right? They like I don't hate the Republican Party, right? I don't hate anybody, right? So I'm willing to hear people that I totally disagree with just to hear their point of view to see if they make any type of sense, that where we can see some things, right? The problem with that is that when the other side or the other person doesn't have the same open minding or willing to open their mind up to anything, to your side, then it's a non-negotiating conversation. It's a non-negotiation. Let's come together and let's talk about it. You ain't gonna get everything you gonna get, everything you want. I ain't gonna get everything I want, but let's come to a compromise. These are Trump supporters that understand that, but they have so much hatred for the Democrats, they forget about everybody else. And so that's what makes these type of people dangerous. This what makes them they have no like rational reasons of why they believe what they believe. Then you start to look at them like, this shit don't make no sense, right? Like, you know, you're just like, I have a lot of feelings about a lot of stuff, people. But if the shit doesn't, if it's not the truth and it doesn't add up, it's not true, right? I have feelings that may not actually be true to shit, right? That's what I believe. That's you know how I feel. But that doesn't make it true. That doesn't mean that I have to have blinders on to shit because of my feelings, right? Because I always keep saying this to everybody. Your vote in politics is about real life shit. This ain't just about your own personal feelings. This is about other people as well. When you go out and vote for people, when you go out and promote and endorse people, run for Congress or whatever they running for. This shit affects others, not just you and a party that you're with that believe in what you believe in. What about the other side, right? So when these type of people come and they start talking about, you know, if we all just get on this, we can come together. You can't say that when you're intentionally ignoring shit. When you are intentionally having blinders on because we're not agreeing on everything. Right? But let's get into this, because this hit home a little bit, because this ain't that far from me. Pennsylvania is not that far from where I live, and we have these people even in my state, in Maryland. So this shit is weird. You get ready to hear the most weird shit that you have ever heard. Shit, god damn it! I done let the video go. Give me a second here, people. Alexa, go to YouTube. So you're gonna hear some weird shit that where like their own personal beliefs, right, take over logic, or takes over reality, or takes over other people and takes over their own humanity, where they can't see outside of their own wants, right? Their own beliefs, right? So we're gonna break this shit down, man. I'm just trying to get the clip back. Give me a second. But this shit is crazy, man. That's why I named the title what it is, right? This is why Trump supporters, because of y'all non-rational thought process. Like, they don't have any. The process of how they think is just like, it's, you know, they just ignore shit because of their own personal beliefs, right? They ignore other things. But I'm gonna break it down. Here we go.
New Hampshire's primary results do appear to have cemented Donald Trump's grip on the Republican Party. So we sat down with three of his staunchest supporters in Allentown, Pennsylvania this week to see what drives their devotion to the former president. This is not a fact check on their beliefs. There's no changing their minds. But more than 72 million Americans voted for Donald Trump in 2020.
And see, and that's what I'm talking about. See, when you got people like, and me and her, she's probably a Democrat, a corporate Democrat at that. I don't necessarily see eye to eye with probably how she think policies wise, but we probably morally agree on some things. But in this situation, I actually agree. When I'm speaking about this shit, I'm not trying to change Trump supporters' mind. I'm just trying to get them to listen and see how ridiculous they sound and how inhumane they sound and how they contradict their so-called beliefs and morals. That's all I'm saying. But me and her actually agree on this. I'm not trying to change Trump supporters' mind. You who you are. It's like me trying to sit here and because I told you, all Republican voters or whoever you may be, these people right here, they're racist to me. I'm not trying to change a racist mind. I don't really give a fuck. I just want people to understand that we ain't crazy. These motherfuckers has lost their mind. That's my whole point. I don't want to change a Trump supporter mind. I think they are racist. I think all Republican voters are racist. Everybody that's a Republican that's in Congress are racist to me. Once you see on TV still claiming that they're Republicans, racist to me. I'm not trying to play this game with them in 2024. This is not to see eye to eye. Y'all, we are past that already. Because y'all are choosing racism over humanity. So you choosing wrong over right. And you know it, but your beliefs tell you, okay. It's all good. Let's move on.
And it is important to understand why. It's part of our coverage of your voice, your vote.
Tell me about...
And that's another thing. I actually agree with her. It's okay for us to understand why they think the way they think. And the reason I say that is because these people are amongst us. They are around us. So you have to know how to stay away from these type of people and have not have certain conversations with them. You still can be polite and move on and do whatever you got to do in life, but you don't have to have conversations and interact with these type of people, because they already proving that you can't have these type of conversations with them because they gone. So let's get back into it. And mind you, these look like regular people that you see at the grocery stores, the mechanic place, going clothing shopping. They got kids and shit that you see them walking around with, grandkids and shit. They out mowing their lawns. These regular people, but they ain't really regular. They fucking Looney Tunes. They have lost their fucking whole entire mind. But anyway, let's move on.
About yourself and how you came to like Donald Trump.
They are the definition of diehard Trump supporters. George Rivera, Jim Vinup, and Angelic Schneider. 3 voters in the critical battleground state of
Pennsylvania. You know what? And the bad part about it, they're proud of this shit. They're proud to be a supporter of a racist and to be a part of a racist party. They are proud because in their mind and their beliefs, they don't see themselves as racist. They don't see their behavior. They don't see them being a part of something and endorsing something like it's some type of difference. They like, oh, I'm not a racist. This is, it's just a policy that no. I like a lot of policies that the Democrat Party has, but I don't fuck with them because I know what they're not going to do. It's not because of all their behaviors. It's because of policies that I'm not a Democrat. I wouldn't be a Republican. I couldn't be a Republican because of their behaviors. It's not even about their policies. at this point with me. It's not about their policies. I'm not a Democrat because of their policies. I'm not a Republican because of the racist behaviors. What they endorse and allow in the party. So why would I want to be a part of that? But they don't get that. But let's move on.
Of Pennsylvania. Angelic, born and raised in the Lehigh Valley, a public school teacher for now 25 years.
I've seen education change drastically over the last 25 years, but not as much as I've seen it in the last 4 years under President Biden. And I've seen a division in our country.
You're a liar. You are a liar because let me explain something to y'all. So much shit has happened in the world. I mean, in this country. Before Joe Biden even got in office. So many monumental things happened. And they're just trying to blame these last 4 years of how culture switched. Listen, culture has been switching, have been progressing somewhat to a certain extent. Things has changed good and bad for a long time. Not just these last 4 years. You know what I seen that change? These type of people feel emboldened to get out here and actually tell us exactly how they truly feel and how they've been feeling. Because it was checks and balance on their fucking behavior and the shit that they say. Now they just say whatever the fuck they feel. That's the only difference that I see. Other than that, all this other shit is all the same. Police brutality, whatever, the wars, whatever. All this shit has been going on. Protests, people talking about women's rights, all this shit been the same for a couple of generations now. Ain't nothing really much changed other than these people's behavior. They're okay with people being threatened and shit like that. They're okay with racism. They're okay with a line about history. They all okay with this shit. It's their behavior. And they're trying to act like it's everybody else shit. No. Take a look in the mirror and look at your behavior. I'm not sitting here saying everything the Democrats doing is good. I'm not saying that. But my point is, who's doing more damage? The Democrats or the Republicans? Listen, as a black person in America, this is probably the only time I have ever felt unsafe for black people. And I grew up in some racism and a lot of shit. But I have never felt unsafe from white folks. Now I do. I don't trust white people. Don't hate them, but don't trust them. And don't get me wrong, I get a kick out of saying that. I actually feel bad for feeling the way I feel, but it is what it is. I can't sit by and pretend that everything's okay. All we got to do is come together and no. I don't side with racists. Sorry, I don't kumbaya with racists. I don't do that. I don't side with people that want to bring harm to me. No. And or you okay with people that will bring harm to me? No. Sorry. Let's move on.
In our country that I don't think he's going to be able to unify. I don't like the fact that because I say that I'm a conservative and because I say I'm a Republican, I'm treated with disdain. President Biden has stood up and talked about the...
Time out. You did that on your own. Where's the self-responsibility? It got nothing to do with you being a conservative. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing even to do with that you are claiming that you're a Republican or you are an evangelical Christian. It has nothing to do with that. It's your behavior. It's what you endorse. It's what you are okay with. Stop sitting. See, this is what's bothering me about Republican voters and Republican people. You tell black people, stop playing victim all the time. It ain't that hard. Well, the same goes for you. The same goes for you. You don't like it now that a lot of people look at you and you claim you're a conservative or whatever. And they look at you with disdain, disgust. Imagine just because of the color of your fucking skin, motherfuckers feel and treat you that way. It don't feel good, do it? It doesn't feel fucking good. So I don't want to hear the whining and crying and the bitching. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, bitch, and stop blaming everybody else for your fucked up feelings and for what you helped create. You helped create the reason that people may look at you and feel disgust. It ain't got nothing to do with you being a conservative. It got nothing to do with your race. It's what you sit there and tell us you believe, and how ignorant you sound, and how racist you sound, and how that you side with racists, that you okay with that. It got nothing to do with you being a conservative. I'm neither one. I'm not a conservative or liberal. But if I tell you the things that I'm telling you, you automatically think I'm a predator, think I'm evil, think I'm the devil because I'm okay with gay people having rights and women having rights and, everybody getting treated on an equal playing field. I believe in universal health care, so you call me a socialist? Or I'm too woke? See, these are the things that you side with, that you endorse. And then you try to sit here and then you try to pretend, he can't unify us. How can you unify people that already feel like you already got disgust with them? You can't have it both ways. I don't really give a damn how people like her feel about me. I really actually at this point don't care. But she cares. She cares. She cares how people perceive her and what she stands. She cares about that. I really don't give a fuck at this point. Not as much as you think I do. I really truly don't. Just stay the fuck away from me. I tell these type of people, stay the fuck away from me. And the rest of us. Stop trying to control everybody to believe in your beliefs. I ain't telling you got to be okay with gay shit. All we saying is don't discriminate against. We ain't saying you gotta like you ain't gotta like immigrants. You ain't gotta like all black people. Just be respectful. Mind your business sometimes. Some shit ain't got nothing to do with you, but you choose to get involved in some shit because you think this is your country. Only yours. But then you sit there and get mad when people call you deplorables, despicable, and look at you with disgust and call you racists and bigots and homophobes. But now you mad about that. But you okay with a dude that you support is said he okay with grabbing women by the pussies. He has been convicted of raping a woman, sexually assaulting her, defaming her. This man gets on national TV and insults women and insults other people that disagree with him and call them stupid and ignorant and all that other shit. You support that. And then you turn around and then you get upset. But he said these things about us. If you ain't that, you shouldn't be upset about it. Ain't that what you tell black people? When somebody call black people, one of you white racists call black people a nigger, if you ain't a nigger, or you hear the word nigger, we shouldn't get offended if we ain't a nigger, right? Well, you shouldn't get offended if we call you a racist. If we call somebody, call a party a racist. It don't feel good. Like I told you, I'm petty. I don't give a fuck. I ain't trying to be your friend. I don't want to kumbaya with you racist pieces of shit. I'm just telling you straight up. Ain't none of that bullshit with me. I don't want to be your friends. I don't want to have a conversation with you. It's no reason for it. You already proved to me what you really are. You don't need to tell me your background. I don't care. I treat you like you treat everybody else. Can't go around here mistreating other people and then think me, I'm looking at it from afar. Like I would think that that's okay for you to do, and you think it's okay for you to come over and see what I'm saying? No, I don't see what you're saying. No. Because the day that you don't like me or like my people or what we do, you will talk about us the same way you do the Mexicans and anybody else. The gay community, you will do that. If you would do it to them, I know you would do it to somebody that look like me. But I told you, they don't live in reality. It's about them. Let's move on. And this bitch is supposed to be a teacher. And she out here spilling this nonsense.
Talked about the MAGA Republicans and, and just the disdain that he has for the voter. And I represent Middle America. I mean, I'm one of those voters. And I believe that Donald Trump, for 8 years, he's been attacked. And if he's elected president, I believe that he'll make policy change. He'll secure our borders.
You heard some of his opponents during the...
That's all Fox News talk. This is a white woman that has been watching right wing and Fox News for a couple of years, probably even longer. But just say lately. She says all the shit that they say on Fox News. Every last talking point. They mistreated Donald Trump. That got nothing to do with you. And then she said, well, call us the deplorable and MAGA. You claim you MAGA, right? You MAGA, right? Okay, then. You exactly what Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton and the rest of us, a lot of us think about you. You that. I don't get offended when people get mad at the right wing, get upset at the liberals. Call them what they call them. Because you know why? Because I'm not a liberal. You would probably consider me an independent. I don't give a fuck. I probably feel some of the ways that they might feel about the liberals. See how easy that is? But you are claiming that you are a MAGA. So you side with somebody. Listen, people, I'm a former street dude, man. Listen, a lot of my homies did a lot of fuck shit. They got involved in a lot of shit that I probably wouldn't have got involved in. But they did. They my dudes. I signed up for that shit. I rotted for them. So whatever beef or whatever drama that came with them or how niggas thought and seen me, I was okay with that because I rotted with them. I don't get to now bitch and complain how people see me. I roll with it. I was okay with it. Because if I wasn't, I would have stopped fucking with them. But I didn't. I roll with my guys. So I give a fuck about what motherfuckers thought about us, nigga. Say it out face. You see how it goes. That's the type of shit I was on. So for this woman to sit here, oh my God, Joe Biden them call us that. You claim you MAGA, right? So you get the treatment, MAGA. You ain't no different than the other MAGAs. Why you think that? You endorse the behavior of a MAGA. So even if you don't necessarily do a lot of the shit and say a lot of the shit that MAGA says, but you endorse MAGA. You endorse President Trump. Huh? Listen, people. I'm going to be 100 with y'all. whatever Joe Biden does, because I'm voting for Biden, that means whatever anybody sees how they could pretend that I'm a liberal or say that I'm a liberal, whatever comes with that, whatever comes with me voting for Biden, I'm all right with it. Whatever they say, I'm all right with it. I got thick skin and I don't really give a fuck. I'd rather be with the liberals than be with a bunch of racists. That's all I'm saying. And I ain't saying it ain't a couple of little racists here we trying to figure out in the closet racists. I get it. But I'd rather, listen. I'm just saying. I'm okay. I ain't gonna sit out here bitch and complain. Oh, they calling us predators. They calling us woke. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I wish Biden and a lot of Democrats would just say, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I'm okay with that. Call me whatever you want. I know what I'm standing for. Stand in your own shit. Don't bitch and complain that motherfuckers calling you stuff. Because y'all call people shit all the time. MAGA people. You or people on your side call people shit all the time. And you just stand there and don't say nothing. You side with it. You actually sometimes agree with it. So what are you crying for?
In the last few months say the wall wasn't finished. Mexico didn't pay for a wall. Does any of that reverberate with you? And
No.
you wonder, can he get it done if he wins a second term?
I think he can get it done. You know, he's not a career politician. He is, a businessman, and you might not always like the way.
Liar. At this point, Trump is a politician. And believe it or not, you goofy bitch, all he did when he was a businessman, a reality star, he hung around politicians. He hung around athletes, rappers. He was a part of the elites. The same shit that you bitch and complain about. He was. He is. So, you're a liar. You're just making shit up. Then she gonna get to, and they may not like what he said. Lady, are you serious? Let's go back a little bit. Because she get ready to make excuses for his behavior. The shit that comes out his mouth. That's why I call y'all racist. This is why, Trump voters. This is why. You ignore all the shit he says, but you mad at what Biden says about you, but you ain't upset that Trump says shit about liberals. You excuse his behavior. That's why we see you the way we see you. Listen to her.
Right with you, and you wonder, can he get it done if he wins a second term?
I think he can get it done. You know, he's not a career politician. He is, a businessman, and you might not always like the way he says things, but he gets things done.
Restaurant managing part.
People, see, these are cult people now. This is talking points that right wingers say all the time. You know, you may not like what he says, and how he says it, but he get things done. What? Because the policies, right? Okay, fine. Let me say this to Trump supporters. I didn't vote for Biden because number one, policies, I knew he wasn't going to do shit right that I wanted. But the real reason that I didn't vote for Biden was because of the shit he said out his mouth. Because, see, listen here, Trump voters. That's the difference between people like me and people like you. We give a fuck about what people says and how they put it and what they say. Like, a lot of people got a big problem with Biden because he ain't saying a lot of shit. He ain't doing a lot of shit that he needs to be saying. And people got a problem. Nah, we ain't fucking with that, man. Yeah, it's the policies, but he ain't doing certain shit in the policies, but hey, what the fuck are you doing? So, yes, rhetoric matters. Words matter. And you keep pretending all you want, Trump voters, that words don't matter, then we will continue to say shit about you. Don't tell me words don't matter when you care about what Joe Biden says. Don't tell me, oh, you may not like what he says, but he get things done. Don't tell me that. Because other people can tell you the same thing about Joe. Hey, man, we may not like a lot of shit that Joe says, but he do get some stuff done. Which he does. He gets some stuff done that actually help people. None of the shit that Trump got done did not help anybody. But 1%, the 1%, donors, rich people, it didn't help you, lady. Because if it did, you wouldn't still be a school teacher. Think about that, bitch. You want to sit here and talk that nonsense. Let's go back a little bit.
Man, and you might not always like the way he says things, but he gets things done.
Restaurant managing partner George Rivera, at 43, has never voted in a presidential election before, but he says he's now all in for Trump.
To me, he's anti-establishment. He's not with the status quo, and he's actually for the people. Having him elected back into office is the step that we need to take to make this country great.
And what was wrong?
First of all, sir, listen, he might be a Barack Obama for all I know, but I know he ain't white. He ain't fully white. Listen here, you goofy Negro. Anti-establishment was the Black Panthers. Is the Nation of Islam. They anti-establishment. You are a liar. See, when you're anti-establishment, you don't want you going to criticize whoever is in politics, whoever is in that government, in that regime. You're against all that shit. Doesn't matter. That's anti-establishment. You're against every parts of the establishment. So Trump is not that. See, but mind you, he's a businessman. This guy right here, his businessman, he's so educated, but he's not. He's not that goddamn bright. I tell you that shit. He may be all those things, but he ain't that damn bright, and he knows nothing about politics. Because like y'all just heard, he's 43 years old. He never voted a day in his life. Now he's fully in to Trump. Listen, man. That's like somebody that never voted for you, a new voter. And if you really truly don't really pay attention to politics and really pay attention to how politics actually work and how the country really work, you're actually just voting blindly. Believe it or not. And the reason the country is so fucked up is because we're actually not teaching people about politics. I believe, my honest opinion, to make people aware of how things really work, start off from a young age to teach these kids, like in middle school, of how politics actually work. You don't have to push them to left or right, but it's a way that how you can do that, of just to educate them of how things work. how politicians and politics actually work, how bills work, how's the Constitution, what it actually really means. We don't teach that to these kids. Not even before they started trying to excuse me, to rewrite history. We was not really teaching these kids about politics. Believe it or not. So when you get somebody like him, 43 years old, never voted a day in his life, a very probably successful businessman from what I'm hearing, he knows nothing about how the country really works. He really doesn't. He really doesn't know how politics work. He doesn't know a good or a bad, who's a good or a bad politician. He doesn't know because he ain't educated in it. He probably got way more degrees than I do. But I know more about politics. I know more how this country really runs than he does. And me and him the same age. Me and him's the same age. So we grew up in the same generation, and this motherfucker knows nothing about how shit really runs. And so now this goofy motherfucker, and this is what bothers me. They give these stupid motherfuckers TV, a platform to get on TV to spill nonsense of people that don't know shit about politics. And I don't give a fuck he a voter. I'm a voter too. Everybody's a voter. Especially if you can vote. Even if you never voted, everybody can vote. Other than if you ain't 18 or you got some type of federal record or some shit. Felony record. But everybody can vote. But what are you voting for? Do you know how shit work? Do you know how bills work? Do you know how policy work? Do you know how the Congress work? Do you know how the House and the Senate works? Shit, fuck. Do you even know what the media does? How that works? No, you know nothing. I'm sick of these stupid people. And they sit out here and they talk all proper and they get on these platforms and they sit here and pretend they know what's going on. You know nothing. You can be an educator for all the fuck I care. You know nothing about politics. You know nothing about politics at all. Shit, you got people that have been voting for a party for years and knows nothing about politics and how the country actually really runs. But they sit up here and tell you, fuck out of here. Let's move on, man.
What was wrong with the country?
To me, what's wrong with the country is we're under financial tyranny, we're under corporate tyranny.
What does that mean? Explain that to me.
I mean,
Time out. Tyranny. What are you talking about, man? Motherfuckers just making up words, putting words together that they seen on the internet. Or right wing, whatever the fuck they watch. What the fuck that mean, man? Let me explain something to you. The country can never be in debt. We create our own money. Idiot. So we'll never be in debt. We can print money up like water anytime we want to. That's not how the country works, dumbass. If we so much in debt, why every motherfucking year they get a budget? In every administration, regardless of Republican or Democrat, they come up with a budget and they're gonna spend more money than they say that we in debt. We in debt, but they're gonna spend more money to make more money, right? So how the fuck we in debt? How the fuck we got a problem with debt, or got a problem with making money? Because if we got a problem with money like that, spending money and we in debt, why we should be cutting down on everything. See, this is how this runs, right? When you in a household, you in debt, right? You got shit that's in debt. You calm down on certain shit. You get frugal about everything that you do. We cut down on food, water, gas, and electric. Only thing that you can't cut down on is your rent, your mortgage, and shit like that, right? That's the only things. The only two things you can't cut down on, because you got to pay that, because you got to have your house, right? Your car. You can get in debt with your car, but you're going, I ain't gonna be able to pay this month. Call your car people, your insurance people, whatever, or if you gotta pay for, you pay for your car or whatever, right? If you don't own it, you give me a month. I'm gonna put something on it. You cut down, you get frugal until you can catch up, right? The country don't work like that. So when they talk about debt and they talk about this tyranny with spending and money and all this other goofy fuck shit, they're lying to you. They get a budget. They do a budget every year. We keep giving all our money to military. A lot of money go to the military. They don't want to tell y'all that. A lot of the money, they give them trillions of dollars every year. Every year. And listen, people, are we in a war right now? Why are we still giving the same money we gave to the military last year? Or the year before that? We ain't been in since Biden came in, we been out there Iraq, we brought our people on. Why the fuck are we still giving the military all this money? The Pentagon all this money? And then when we ask them for an audit, where the money going, they can't tell us. We don't hold them accountable. It's our military. Well, don't tell me about, please do not tell me about debt. The biggest entity in this country that put us in debt is the military. No disrespect to the men and women that serve this country. This ain't about y'all. But this whole notion that we are in debt is bullshit. Because we keep giving the same money every year in the budget to the military when we should have cut their shit in half. At least. We ain't in no war. We have the most advanced military in the world. So why the fuck are we still keep giving them all this money? And we ain't at war. I can understand if we at war. I can get it. We get the budget every year. Be like, man, we got to put some money, I get it. I ain't agree with the Iraq war, but I get it that we kept having to give them trillions of dollars, for our soldiers. I get that for the military. I get that. But we ain't at war. We got a military. Why the fuck we got a defense contractors that go around? We pay them. We get them money. Why? They don't work for the military. They don't actually work for the government, but they get government grants and all this shit. Money that can go to us, we giving it to the defense. Why they can't pay for their shit? They independent contractors, right? See, this shit get deep. And these motherfuckers sit here and just be saying shit that they don't know what they're talking about. This dude sitting here talking and he don't know what the fuck he talking about. But he's a very successful businessman, very intelligent, got all the degrees in the world, but don't know nothing of how policy work, how a budget work in the country, does not know how foreign policy is. He knows nothing. He don't know how Congress work. But he got to say. We supposed to hear him out. Let's sit at the table with a stupid motherfucker that knows nothing. That's like me sitting there and I go try to be a teacher. How the fuck would I know? I ain't never been a teacher. I am not qualified to be a teacher. I ain't qualified to be an accountant. Just because I know how to count doesn't mean I know how to be an accountant. Well, we amongst the stupid in this country. We supposed to take him, let's hear him out. For what? That's like, I'm sitting here with a whole bunch of plumbers. I know nothing about being a plumber. Nothing. But I'm sitting here trying to have a conversation with them about plumbing. I gotta say, how? I'm a customer. Not nobody got any experience of being a plumber. Know nothing about it. Nigga, I know, hey, maybe get a snake or something to help your pipes, but hey, that's about it. I don't know nothing about it. Fuck out of here. Let's move on, man. The audacity of people.
I mean that we're overtaxed. It's hyper taxation.
And you think Donald Trump can change that? And do you blame Joe Biden for that?
Well, I don't blame Joe Biden. I blame his failed policies. Just because the S&P 500's at an all-time high.
What that got to do with anything? You can't blame him for taxes. What taxes? What are you talking about? Because the last tax cut that they did on taxes was under Trump and Republicans, idiot. So you still got a problem with taxes. Joe Biden didn't, and the Democrats didn't do no bill or policy. What are you talking about? Here we go. Amongst the stupid. This motherfucker don't know what he talking about. They know nothing. And then you sit there, well, you kind of still can blame Biden. How? He didn't pass no tax cuts. And the tax cuts, shit that he did was tax cuts for kids to help children. When people do their taxes every year. What the fuck are you talking about? Got nothing to do with a business. Got nothing to do with us getting taxes. Or us, for us, anything like. What are you talking about? The last tax cut bill policy that they had was under Trump, and he passed tax cuts for the rich. Not you. Not any of us. Regular folks. The fuck are you talking about? But you blaming Biden. But listen, people, I suppose to sit here and have a conversation with somebody like this. We supposed to try to understand where they're coming from. When they don't even know what the fuck they talking about. They're just making up shit. They heard some right-wing nut job shit, and then they want to sit here and spill that nonsense shit to me. I done heard it already. So I don't need to hear from people like this. Or anybody like them. Not even the people that they heard it from. Because I already know what y'all talking about. And it's a lie. It's made up shit. It's to fit your dumbass narrative. And your fucked up beliefs. and your fake outrage of anger to shit you know nothing about. Let's move on, man.
An all-time high doesn't mean that gas isn't higher than it was several years ago. I run a restaurant.
That has nothing to do with taxes, dumbass. Oh, this nigga dumb. Oh, man. See what I'm saying, Cole, man? Go arrest the Mamba, man. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, Cole? My new setup, Cole gonna be on the wall, so y'all be like, okay, is he just pointing at the wall? No, I got some things of Cole over there. RIP to GG2. To baby girl. Listen, man. It's just shit I gotta deal with, man. These the same people call me woke and act like I don't know what I'm talking about. But we both sit here and listen to him. And people like them. That has nothing to do with taxes, idiot. Inflation, none of that shit. Has nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with Biden. He didn't do that. That's something that was gave to him. That was a problem that was put on his table. He didn't do that. You know who fucked inflation up, idiot? Trump. In the Republican Party, the same motherfucking party that you riding for, that you endorsing, that you going to vote for, you dumbass. That's who did that. That wasn't Democrats. That wasn't liberals. That wasn't the woke mob. That wasn't Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. You fucking idiot. The inflation happened because of Trump. Because how he handled COVID. And then it ain't really all his fault. He had to shut down the country. We had a virus in the country, bro. You can't even put all that blame on Trump. Listen, I can't even just fully blame Trump. I can blame the whole fucking government for that. Especially the Congress. They all knew this shit was coming. They didn't plan for it. So why I'm just going to sit there and blame Trump? No, I blame all of them. Democrats, Republicans, I blame all of them. So you just can't sit there and just blame Joe Biden. He wasn't even in office. He wasn't even in Congress. He had nothing to do with politics other than running. You fucking idiot. Hot, man. These motherfuckers, they have my blood boiling, man, because we gotta sit here. I gotta sit here and constantly keep going through this shit with y'all all the time. And I'm not blaming y'all, but I'm just saying these motherfuckers, I gotta sit here and keep talking about this shit because we're amongst the stupid. And then they want to sit here and act like everybody else tripping, but they want to sit here and get mad about something that they shouldn't even be mad about. And if the person that you want to be mad about, you side with. You fucking side with. And then you don't, if you want to be fair about it, blame both parties for that. If you gonna blame Biden for it, fine. Even though it ain't his fault. If you want to blame Biden for it, well, you gotta blame Trump because the inflation happened under him first. You can't blame Barack. It didn't happen behind him. It's like they blame Barack for everything that was fucked up, but they didn't. They just forgot that George Bush and the Republican Party was running the goddamn country. Well, he ain't fixed them. Well, Barack ain't fixed them. It takes time to fix up fucking people fucked up shit. You know how business work or business going down, and then a company say, let me bring some people in to help us get our shit built back up. It gonna take a little minute. Shit don't just, it don't work like that. But he a businessman. He's supposed to know this. You fucking idiot. to a quick commercial break, people. We right back, man. All right, people, we back from quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel? It's down there, strolling below, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Make sure you guys share the videos too, man. Share the video, man. Share the videos that we do over here. We get the word out more, man. Listen, it ain't even about too much about the likes and all that other shit, man. It's about getting the word out, man. These motherfuckers is losing their mind, man. This country is fucked up. Because we letting stupid people get platforms to speak on shit that they have no business speaking on. Like, people, motherfuckers may not like how I cuss or I drink or smoke or whatever. Right? Listen, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because I actually do research. I actually spend a lot of my time actually educating myself in this shit. So I know what I'm talking about. I'm not always 100% right. Nobody's 100% right. But I'm telling you like this. I'm about 90-something% right. I tell you that shit. It's because the real reason is because I educate myself in this. Everybody think that they should just have an opinion on something just because. No, stop speaking on shit you know nothing about. It's like me going to somewhere and speaking on hockey. I don't play hockey, nigga. I know about it, but I don't play it. I couldn't tell you all the rules in hockey, nigga. I know nothing about it. People stupid as fuck, man. Let's move on. Appreciate y'all rocking with me on this Saturday, man. Hope everybody having a blessed Saturday, man. Other than me being annoyed. I'm having an okay Saturday. Other than me being annoyed by this bullshit.
So the cost of beef went up 5 to 6%.
A lifelong Republican, Jim Vinup, says Trump...
And the reason that happened, idiot, a lot of that shit went up, is because we don't have policies, neither did Trump, or Joe Biden, or anybody else, had policies in to tell these corporations, stop hiking the prices. That's what happened, idiot. And they was backloaded, so they start hiking shit up, so they can make their money back from losing. And then the government still gave them money, and they still hiked the prices up. Whose fault is that? Is that Biden's fault, you dumbass motherfucker? No, that's the whole government fault. That's Congress, Trump, Biden. You can blame them all if you want to. Shit, you can blame Barack for that. You're a dumbass. You don't even know how shit. Let's move on, man. Oh, I can't stand that. We have to have these conversations because these people are stupid. They don't know how shit work, but they always got an opinion. They always got something to say. They acting like they know how shit work. Oh, this is going high like that. Do you know why? You don't even know why. The only thing you say is Biden's fault. Really? Really? Let's move on, man.
Trump hasn't let him down like other politicians he supported in the past.
When he came down the escalator, I thought, oh, this is crazy. You know, this guy, he'll never get anywhere. Well, as things went on, I became a diehard Donald Trump fan. Donald Trump does what he says. The only reason he didn't get a lot more done is because they gave him grief every minute of every day.
So here's this guy coming.
That's how politics work, you old piece of shit. Because nobody has to agree with everything of every policy that Donald Trump came up with. And that's vice versa for Democrats, you idiot. You're an old-ass man. You've been around a long time. I would think that you would know better. Shit, we could say the same shit for Barack, nigga. He would have got a lot more shit. Shit, we do say that. He would have got a lot more done. If he wouldn't have got grief and racism and bigotry and the Republican Party ain't standing his way for every goddamn thing. So what are you talking about? You acting like this is the first time this happened to a president before. You ignorant piece of shit. Sit your old ass down, man. Eat a biscuit or something. Go smoke a cigar in the backyard and play with your grandkids and shut your old ass up. And vote for whoever the fuck you gonna vote for. We don't need to hear from you old piece of shit. You know nothing what you talking about. You acting like this is new. This ain't new. You think Trump the only president got grief, motherfucker, from another side? What's wrong with you? The only difference is this motherfucker actually was okay with racists. From all the presidents I know, that of me being born, other than Reagan, racist ass. Because the only reason Reagan, he was a Democrat. The only reason he switched over to running as a Republican president, or switching over to the Republican Party, because the Democrats was allowing black Congress people in the party. That's why he left and switched over. But you love Reagan so much and you ignore that. You racist pieces of shit. A lot of y'all probably didn't even know that. And even if you do know about it, you don't give a fuck because you're a racist. Let's move on.
This guy coming down the escalator. A rich guy, married 3 times, pretty foul mouth. What was it and what is it about him?
Has he made mistakes? Oh my goodness, yes. But I do believe that his heart's in the right place for me. How many presidents?
What heart? What presidents you looking at, bro? Listen, I don't like Joe Biden. I believe Joe Biden is a bigot. An inner closet, he might be an inner closet racist. Do I think he's a full-blooded racist or some shit? No. Do I think a lot of times Joe Biden heart is in the right place? Yes. Means nothing though. I look at his behavior and I look at his policies. And that's what matters. For these people to sit here and say, oh, no president is perfect. But you're sitting here putting that same pressure, that same shit that you say Trump ain't this, you won't give not even gonna say pressure, you won't give that same consideration to Biden. You damn sure didn't do it to Barack. So, what are you talking about? Only when it comes to people on your side, you have this type of humanity for. So tell me how you want to bring the country together when you can't be consistent of how you treat people. How we supposed to come together over some shit like that? You keep, on one part, you got all this humanity and sympathy for the person that you like, but you don't have the same for the other side. Regardless if you disagree on policies. Excuse me. Or even beliefs. You don't keep the same energy. So how do I supposed to take your side seriously? So when I come to a conclusion in my head, you're okay with racists. You're okay with racism. Because you justifies it. You just did. Nobody's perfect. What, perfect to be a racist? I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? The man says racist things. Yeah, Biden said some fuck bullshit that offended me. I ain't even gonna lie. That's why I didn't vote for his ass the last time. If you ain't if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Oh, whoa. Fuck wrong with you? What? I mean, could people consider that racist? Some black people would. I didn't take it as racist. I thought this motherfucker was just arrogant enough because he thought he was a Democrat and his party get more of the black vote. And he tried to be slick out the mouth, try to be cool. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking about. But I didn't think he was being on some racist shit. Did I think it come borderline to some bigotry shit? Yeah. Because only bigots will get that close to saying some fuck shit like that. But Trump says racist shit all the time. And you just act like, hey, of course, does he say the right thing all the time? Is he perfect? No. You make all the excuses in the world. But Biden, no, you can't see that. So you got to be consistent. Keep the same energy. And when you don't keep the same energy, I can't believe you. So when I say all you bitches are racist, that's what I mean. Because you ain't consistent. Now, if you was consistent of having all this humanity and understanding for Trump that you have for Biden, then it makes sense to me. Then I'll be like, okay, I understand y'all. But y'all are hypocrites. You pick and choose who you want to have humanity for or not. When simply we can see one person is actually worse than the other. With rhetoric and behavior. Policy, different thing. That's a whole nother different story.
Presidents, how many politicians have come out on stage and hugged the American flag? That really means something to me.
You've also
Who the
heard
fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? This motherfucker said how many presidents came out and hugged the American flag? Are you serious? That's why he fuck with Trump, Cole. That's why he fuck. Nigga. Did this motherfucker just say that? How many presidents came out and hugged the flag? That's like... So you really think Trump is a Christian? He's very religious. Trump knows nothing in the Bible. The man lied. Trump ain't no Christian. Trump ain't... Listen, Trump is not even in the White House right now, so he ain't got no choice. And even before that, Trump don't go to motherfucking... He don't go to church. And he got time to do it. What are you talking about? That's like me. I know this motherfucker, Trump don't go to church for nothing. But all of a sudden he got some evangelicals around him that he friends with. I'm thinking he religious. Really? So you telling me because he hugged the flag, that makes him more patriotic, a more patriotic president than anybody? What are you talking about, man? Watch these racists. Watch this racist party. Watch these racist voters. Do not allow these people to be around y'all, man. Listen, be respectful, but don't have conversations with these people. Be polite, be respectful. We're supposed to do that as human beings, regardless if we like people or not. But don't hang around these people. Don't have conversations with these people. It's irrelevant to have a conversation with these type of stupid people. Motherfucker, he hugged the flag. What president you know hugged the flag? None. And no lie to you, when he did it, it looked creepy. It looked weird as fuck. That lets you know. So somehow Trump is a super patriot. He love America more than I do, cause I won't hug the flag. When you hug the flag, bitch? Did you ever hug the flag? What the fuck are you talking about? See, this is the dumb shit we gotta deal with. They just make up anything to defend this dude's behavior. He hugged the flag. What president you know did that? So that didn't make them care about American people or care about America? Fuck are you talking about? That's like black people saying, hey, you know what? We fuck with Clinton because he smoked weed. You know how ignorant that shit sounds? Or we only fuck with Clinton because Clinton got his dick sucked in the White House. That's some gangster shit. Not ignorant that sound come from black people. Comics may say that. And it's okay because they joking. You know, it's a comedy skit. But imagine you have a black person saying that to you. Yeah, we fought with Clinton. Clinton smoked that weed, man. You think a motherfucker, you think me, a person that know about politics and how this shit work, you think I'd take another black person serious like that? Or saying that's why they gonna vote and they fuck with Clinton was the president? You think I'd take them serious? I criticize the shit out of them too. You ignorant piece of shit. Does he hug the flag? What that mean? Listen, was it a percentage of black people that probably went out and voted for Barack because he was black? Yeah. But everybody didn't vote for Barack because he was just black. A lot of black people voted for him because we actually believed that he was going to change some shit. He was going to do some shit. Let's move on, man.
Also heard, though, from former generals, from John Kelly, who was his chief of staff, say he would never, ever vote for Donald Trump again because of the way he treated veterans. Yes, but and you said that, and he hugged the American flag. But you've heard what he said through those people about the military, about wounded veterans, about Normandy. That doesn't bother you?
Yeah, things he has said bother me. Am I giving him carte blanche? He can do anything he wants? No, absolutely not. I mean, I've said many times, geez, I wish he hadn't said that. But Kelly, I lost respect for Kelly. Mattis, I lost respect for Mattis. Milley, I lost respect for Milley. And these were people that he put his trust in, and you know what? They stabbed him in the back.
You said something.
They supposed to be loyal to a motherfucker that try to put the country in danger. Are you stupid? And I don't fuck with Milley and all them he read down and Kelly. I'm not a fan of those guys. But I give them this much. They knew this. Listen, honest opinion, I believe they part of them they believed in Trump, but a part of them went in that motherfucker and served under that man because they knew he was a danger and they thought they could keep him in check. I truly believe that. What they supposed to sit there and allowed him to do illegal shit, inhumane shit, use the military in the wrong way when it is never was supposed to have been used that way? You lost respect. Sir, and I don't say that in respect. I'm trying to be decent. Listen, sir, I lose respect for you. This man can say an American hero, regardless of however I feel about John McCain. He's a war hero. He didn't have to sacrifice himself to stay back with his troops and get tortured. He could have been a coward just like Donald Trump was, that ran from the military, ran from them problems. But he didn't. He stayed with his people. And you allowed that man to disrespect John McCain that way. Everybody else the problem, but not Donald Trump. Yeah, I ain't like everything he said. I wish he wouldn't have said that, but you know. They switched on him. They switched on him. They switched on Trump. Wow. These people live in a cult, man. There's no way you ignore that shit. You don't ignore that type of behavior. But they do. And then they sit there and they bitch and complain about everybody else, but they give Trump all the passes in the world. No, I wish he wouldn't have said that. I didn't like that. But what's the but? You have morals or you don't? Do you stand for something or you don't stand for anything? What is it? You can't have it both ways. And this is why we feel the way we feel about you Trump voters. That's why you're a bunch of deplorables. That's why we look at y'all a bunch of disgusting human beings. Hillary Clinton was right about y'all. And I don't agree with a lot of shit that Hillary Clinton says and is about and whatever. But she was right about that. You're a bunch of deplorable pieces of shit. You make all the excuses in the world for this dude's behavior, but you mad at everybody else's behavior. Tell me how that makes sense. Or we need somebody to come in the government and shake some things up. Not that way. Shit, we had Bernie Sanders. I believe Bernie would have shook some shit up. But not in Trump way. He's not a politician. Well, you see how ignorant he was. You see how stupid he is even now. By him not knowing about anything in politics. Look at the Republican Party. You got a bunch of buffoons in there. They know nothing about politics. They are not educated in it. They know nothing. And look how Congress works. Look how the government is working. Because you got a bunch of stupid people, know nothing about politics, know nothing about how government works, and they just do and say stupid shit. How's that working out for America? We are the laughingstock of the world. I talk to a lot of my subscribers and people that I fuck with me on the show that don't that's not from America. They're like, what the fuck is going on? Hey, man. Listen, all I can say is, hey, man. Real talk. All I can say, hey, man. What I'm supposed to say? We're an embarrassment. This guy, this older gentleman here, he's an embarrassment. He's a part of America being an embarrassment. Let's move on.
Thing that interested me, which is Donald Trump cares about me.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, the common man. I really think he has a heart for the common man. I really do. Did George Bush have a heart for the common man? I don't think so. He let me down. Mitt Romney let me down.
First of all, Donald Trump has never worked a 9-to-5 job a day in his life. How the fuck is he for the common man? Ever. He was born into being rich. His daddy took him to Klan rallies. What the fuck? Like, are you stupid? Listen, Donald Trump has never worked a day in his life. And I'm talking about the common man shit. Like, he said the common man has worked at factories and worked these things. He's always been the son of a factory. He never worked in the factory. He's never worked in actually in the business. He was handed money. Millions of dollars. What are you talking about? He actually really cared about the common man. He's never cared about it. How do you care about the common man when you have never been a common man? A regular citizen, like you actually started from the bottom. He's never been that. What are you talking about? See, that's white privilege talk right there. That's white people talk. Even though he might be a guy that worked from a common man. He still is his old ass, right? But that's white privilege talk. Joe Biden is more of a common man than Donald Trump has ever been in his whole life. And I'm not the biggest fan of Joe Biden. These motherfuckers actually work regular 9-to-5 jobs. Donald Trump has never worked a regular 9-to-5 job. Ever. Google it. If you think I'm lying, Trump supporters, Google it. Go actually do a background on a motherfucker that you kissed the ring to. He has never been a common man. He's never been a regular person works a 9-to-5, regardless of what skin color. He has never did it. Never. Joe Biden, we know Joe Biden worked at a pool. We know that. Worked at a couple other jobs. Never for Trump. Trump grew up in a racist family. A rich family. When he came out the womb, he was already rich. Already. Was you? Old stupid man? Did you come out the womb and you already had millions of dollars waiting for you when you got old enough to understand it and you was going to get as a teenager? No. You probably didn't. How is Trump the common man? He give a fuck about the common man. How the fuck? He don't even know how to be a common man. He never was a common man. A regular person, you want to say. Because that's all that means, somebody that worked regular jobs. He never did that. Ever. Let me tell you something. My daughter's 8. Let me tell you. Let me break it down to make it very clear to stupid people like this. My daughter's 8 years old. When I was 8, my mom was on drugs. I don't even know if I knew my dad. Like I knew I had a dad, but I don't even remember if I knew how my dad looked at the time. Honestly. Right? Didn't know. I'm not for sure. Like shit is like I always tell people back in. Hold on, give me a second. My bad. Back in the day, like a lot of shit is a blur now. As older you get, your past is not like should get more irrelevant to you. I say for me, I can't speak for others. I think I remember certain things that I want to remember or I don't. I think that's how kind of how older you, as how older you get. Excuse me, but I don't remember my dad when I was 8. I really don't. No, that's not necessary. I just don't remember my dad at 8. Right? My daughter's 8. When I was 8 years old, like I said, my mom's was on that shit bad. We wound up moving out of Ohio. Shit was bad. I had a bad upbringing. Right? At 8. Just point out at 8. When I was 8 years old, shit was bad. I know shit was very horrible when I was 8 years old. I remember a lot of shit that happened at 8, right? But I don't remember my dad being there. And a part of that shit came from my mom. My mom tried to use my dad to get money and shit like she was on that shit like that. And you know when women ain't with the man that they wanted and shit like that, that shit type of shit happens too. And I think at that time my dad, if I'm not mistaken, I think at that time my dad was getting his shit together too. So he was kind of, you know, he was out in the street and shit like that. He was an alcoholic and shit like that. So, like, you know, not at that time. But I think at that time he was rehabilitating himself. He was getting, you know, trying to get better. And so, my dad wasn't around like that. I just don't remember him being around like that. I'm not saying that he never tried to, but he just wasn't. And a lot of that shit, you know, as I got older and found out shit, my mom stopped a lot of that for him being around. So that shit had a lot to do with my mom, more than anything. So I never blame my dad for that type of shit. That's why I'm not angry at my dad or my mom. I'm not angry. The circumstances was crazy. I get both sides of it. They both did wrong shit. They both could have did things differently. But when you got you got one parent that's addicted to alcohol, and then you got the other parent addicted to drugs, they ain't in their right state of mind. So as me, and I understand that and I comprehend that, why am I mad at both of them? Right? So for them times. And they was young. You know what I mean? They were very young. So I get it. You know what I mean? And I'm a grown ass man, so I can't be mad at them for that. Does it still have an effect on me? Yeah. Of course it does, right? But not in a bad way like people think. It just make me as a parent now, and that's what I'm gonna get to. That it helped me be a better parent, cause I took it that way, right? Some people don't. Some people take it and do the same shit that their parents did to them, to their own kids. So for me, I didn't do that. I chose a different route. But when I was 8, like I said, my shit was fucked up, right? My daughter's 8, bro. She don't know what hood shit is. She know nothing about that shit. She doesn't know about people on, like, having a parent that's on drugs is not there and none of that shit. She don't know how I feel to be at her age that her parents is not together and shit. She got both parents. I never had that. Right? My point is this. When my daughter get even older, her experience is not going to be mine. Right? But doesn't mean I don't teach her shit. Let her see shit and let her know what's going on. That's why my thing is with Trump shit, is that these people are sitting here pretending that he cares about the common man when he doesn't have any type of connection to it. Right? That's like my daughter. She's not gonna have that connection to the street shit like that, other than her parents. But her parents don't be around it now. We're not around that shit. We don't have her around it. We're not around it. So how would she know? Other than she may see some shit. But that's where we come in as parents to educate her. Yeah, that shit exists, and that's not good. I don't let my daughter hang around hood motherfuckers in my family. Like, that's still out there in the streets and shit like that. No. Hell no. if our little cousins or something like that want to come over, they can come over. But my daughter ain't going there. That's where me as a parent come in. Right? But at the same time, a lot of my little cousins that's grown up in the hood like that, they don't not really going through a lot of shit that we went through. They kind of taken care of a little bit. They kind of sheltered a little. Like my sister grew up in the hood like I did. My sister was sheltered. She didn't go through a lot of that shit like that. I protected her. Now, she may not appreciate it now, and that's all good. It is what it is. That's why we don't fuck with each other to this day. But, but she knows. And I damn sure knows. I know the fuck I sacrificed for her. She never was like, she grew up in an environment, but nobody fuck with my sister. So a lot of the decisions that my sister has made in her life, they was her decisions. Nobody pushed her to that. Even when I made it, I still was trying to pull my sister from that shit. She just didn't want to. That's the environment. Some people like that. They choose that environment. They like chaos. They like that shit. I never liked it. I used to protect her from it. But sometimes people enjoy that shit. Some people get a kick out of it. And especially when you're not really, you're a part of it, but you're really not a part of it. You can't do what everybody else can do. Because I sheltered her from shit. I protected her from shit. And it wasn't just me. It was my niggas and shit like that I was fucking with. We protected her. You know what I mean? We protected, like, a lot of our youngins. Like, a lot of our little brothers and sisters and shit. We at least tried to. But we couldn't, I don't get mad to see, I'm not mad at my sister or no shit like that because she chose the route that she chose. I'm a little disturbed by it, but I'm not mad at her. I got homeboys and shit like that, like their little brothers and shit. They chose to be in that street shit. Had a lot of my homeboys, they cousins locked up for murder and little brothers and shit, little niggas that's my sister in them age, like, them niggas locked up for murder. They went another route. But we, like you get what I mean? Like, so I can't get mad because they did look up to us. So, a part of me, I can be upset at myself for a lot of that shit. Like, I'm not mad at my sister. I'm more upset at myself. But then I can't be that upset at myself. But I am upset at myself because she chose the route. And I thought I could do better. If I look better, I could have did some shit differently. But, I was only handed what I had. But my whole point is about this. For him to sit here and pretend that Trump is some type of regular person, he understands the regular people. How can you understand the regular people when you have never been that? That's like white folks. When they say to black people, tell us how we should feel and why we shouldn't feel this way and y'all should let certain shit go. How the fuck you know? You ain't never been black. How can you tell us how we feel against the police? This shit ain't happening to you. Your kids ain't going through that. Your people ain't really kind of going through what we going through. Your history with the police ain't the same as ours. My whole point is I ain't never been a part of nothing like now. And I ain't part of no street shit or nothing like that. I don't get the interactions with the police like that like I used to. Doesn't mean I ignore that. doesn't mean that I don't try to see it from other people's point of view and see it their way. And I see it from the cops' way too as well. I try to look at it from both sides. But I don't get to ignore that because that shit ain't happening to me now. You see how that works? You don't get to ignore shit because you ain't never been a part of nothing, or you've been a part of something and you ain't a part of it no more. You've been not a part of it for years, so you ignore it. That's not how that works. But that lets you know who got humanity and who don't. And how people really feel about other people. And then you know how they kind of are. They could just be selfish individuals. Take a quick commercial break, people. We'll be right back. All right, people, we're back from quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel? It's down there strolling below, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Make sure you guys share the videos, man, and help people to bring more people to the movement, man. Let's get back into it. But I'm sorry I went on a rant like that, but sometimes you gotta put that type of shit out there. Like, I always tell y'all, I put shit out there so I don't ever seem like I don't get it. Like, and at the same time, to get people to understand, like, I don't be talking about this shit because I don't understand it, like, and shit like that. I actually truly do. It's just that I try to break shit down so people can understand it, of like, yo, just look at certain scenarios in life. Everybody deal with shit differently, but it all boils down to kind of the same shit in a way, right? And that's where the humanity comes in. That's why everybody shouldn't be out here always judging everybody and always in everybody's business and not minding their own fucking business sometimes. Sometimes you gotta get into some shit, and I get that. So it's like certain times you have to get in some shit and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you gotta understand shit. And like I said, a lot of people don't understand life. They just roam around and just, you know, long as I'm doing this and this is how life supposed to be. No. Sometimes shit is outside of your bubble. And you have to learn it and express. It's like, I'm not native. Listen, I'm not a white person. So sometimes I try to understand how white people come from. I'm not Chinese. I'm not none of that shit. Like, you have to understand different people's culture. You can't just sit there in your own culture and just sit there and be like, well, that's how it is for me. Okay, cool. So that's all that matter to you? Then what, you don't give a fuck about other people then? You only just give a fuck about the people you care about. You don't give a fuck about people outside of you, so why are you talking to me about your race? Or talking to me about your issues, your problem in the world? Because nobody wants to hear that shit if you're not willing to hear others. That's my point. But anyway, let's move on.
Let me down.
Not only do these voters dismiss Trump's many legal challenges,
My opinion is that the justice system is being weaponized against certain individuals.
they stand by Trump's false claim.
So you ain't think, what about, see, these are the type of questions I will ask. So what about Black Lives Matter? You didn't think, you don't think that when Trump was in office, he didn't use the federal government against Black Lives Matter? What about, let's go before that. You don't think that the government was the law enforcement was used against the Black Panther movement or the Nation of Islam or the civil rights era, Martin Luther King and them. What are you talking about, man? Black people been telling you that. We've been telling you that the justice system on bullshit. And I don't give a fuck what president it is in there. All I know is that with every president that has been in there since I've been alive has been taking advantage, been corrupt. They have been weaponizing the government against people that look like me. I know that since I've been born. And then I do some history, so I know it's been happening way before I was born. So now, all of a sudden, somebody you like, all of a sudden now they're using the government or weaponizing the justice system against somebody that you like. Now you give a fuck about that now. But Trump telling you, I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna do the exact same shit that they just did. You don't supposed to do the exact same shit that he's saying that's happening to him. You don't do it to nobody else. We all know it's false. Come on, man. Let's move on, man.
Both claim that Joe Biden lost the 2020 election, even if it takes a minute. Do you think the election of 2020 was
I don't know
stolen?
that I don't think that it was. Yeah, I do. I think it was stolen. I don't believe that many people voted for Joe Biden. And I will never believe that. I don't believe
No matter
that.
how many lost.
Right. So, ma'am. So you don't think all these people voted for Joe Biden? So, but you think everybody that voted for Trump voted for him, right? Tell me how that worked. It was certain states that Trump did win. See, you so ignorant, you don't even know how politics work. You know how really Biden really won? Electoral college. He won the main states. So you're telling me all the main states, right, that Biden did win and Trump won. So all of them corrupt. So the ones that he didn't win, for him to win through the electoral college to win the presidency, right? They all corrupt. They all cheated. But the ones that Trump won, they was all fair. It was people that Biden won, Stacey won in, that a lot of Republicans that's in Congress, governors, mayors, Senate seats, whatever it is, local Senate seats, they won in those states where Biden actually won. So was it all a fraud? See, none of that shit makes any sense. That's why when they talk about, the election was this and it was that. Okay, well, that means the Republicans that was winning in some of these states that Biden won in, they cheated too. You can't believe that shit. I told you their logic don't make sense. I told y'all when you this is the reason that I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, because I don't get caught up in being a Democrat or being a Republican or being a part of to me it's like a gang. Sometimes it's a cult, right? Same shit. Cult and gangs is almost the same to me, right? So I'm not a part of that shit, right? So I can look at this shit with open eyes. I don't have blinders on from either side. None of this shit makes sense. If that's the case of what she's saying, and what a lot of these Trump supporters are saying about the election was stolen, it wasn't right, it was rigged. Okay, fine. Well, it was the Republicans that won in states where Biden won. So their shit, they shouldn't be there either. So their elections was frauds. Marjorie Taylor Greene won in that state that Biden won in Georgia. So that means her shit is rigged, right? Just tell me. Just be real about it. Like, you can't have it both ways. The Republicans win, the people that you want to win in the same state that Biden won. It was right. But it was wrong somehow with Biden. Or the Democrat. Come on, stop, man. Stop. Shit is just ridiculous. You can debunk that nonsense shit because it doesn't logically make any sense. Logically, it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, let's move on. These people crazy, man.
How many lawsuits or court cases there were?
No matter how many lawsuits or court cases, when something is proven, I think you have to investigate the other side of it.
I take it you believe the election was stolen.
Yes, I do. You know, people say, well, there isn't enough to overturn this particular election. That really? You put it all together, I think there might be. Why aren't we looking at it?
How do you bridge the divide in this country?
Time out. What are you talking about? What evidence you have? Because Trump said it? Because some stupid Republican said? Listen. Think about what they're saying. If Biden won some of these states, but some of these Republicans that's in that state won their shit, so shouldn't all that shit be rigged? The only person that said, hey, some shit was rigged in that election and went to the courts, did all the shit that they did, was Trump. Not any Republicans, not any Democrats. Nobody did nothing other than Trump. But anything Trump says is word. Something wrong. Trump said it's wrong. Something went wrong. It's a problem. Think about that. He's the only truthful motherfucker. This man lies all the time. He makes up shit all the time. But somehow, this man he's not lying about nothing. I would have asked him, has he ever lied about anything? But some of them Trump supposed to tell you no. But this is what I would have asked them, because I think they're just a little tad reasonable. So, Trump never lied about nothing? Because they did admit that he says fucked up shit. So, you don't think he lied about that? About this election? You don't think that? Like, you don't think he lied about stuff? Period. Just anything. You think he lied about some stuff? Because he's not a regular politician. See, a regular politician lies. Do they lie about everything? No, but they lie. So I'm asking you, do Trump ever lie? And that'll let me know everything about them. But I told y'all, a lot of them Trump supporters and voters dare say no. Because they're in a fucking cult. Listen, people, I would never sit here and tell y'all I never lie about nothing, right? I try to tell y'all, I'm very honest about a lot of shit I say. At least try to be the most honest person on YouTube. Listen, do I over exaggerate some shit, or I verbalize some shit, or do some shit? Yeah. Have I lied about some shit intentionally on the internet? No. But I have said some shit that was wrong. And it could come off as a lie. Especially if I stick with it and keep saying, hey, yeah, yes, it's like that. Yep. And then come find out it's just a lie. But I still stand on the lie. So on that, I'm lying. If a motherfucker catch me in some shit that I did, or I say that was wrong, and I still come back and say, and I stand on it, even though the proof is there that I lied, well, not lied, but it wasn't true, and I still stand on it, that mean I lied. That mean I'm lying. Listen, nobody's perfect, and people do fabricate shit. It happens. We see it all the time. Nobody perfect, bro. People make up shit. People try to make you can be saying a story and you overdo it sometimes. Throw some extra shit in there. You ain't got no business putting it in there, but you do it anyway. Cause you floating. People do it all the time. But if a motherfucker catch you saying, yo, that's not true, that ain't happen. Oh, well. No, it did happen. I'm telling you it did happen. But the motherfucker give you true and give you proof that it didn't happen, and you still stand on it, then you're lying. Trump has done that. So I'm just trying to figure out why Trump supporters are sitting here pretending that this man has never lied. But you tell me all the other politicians lie. We know that. I agree. But Trump don't lie. Anyway, let's move on.
In this country, you guys have very strong opinions. You have certainly heard people who do not like Donald Trump.
I think if we really start to look at how we really have a lot more in common, and we all really want the same goal. We want safety and security for our country. We want, our children to thrive. We want, to be able to pay our bills. I think we have to get control of the media. I think we really have to get control of the media if you want to unify people.
Time out. That ain't just about the media. That's a cop-out. Anytime I hear them say, oh, the media do this. No. I don't blame media for your racist endorsement of a racist. I don't blame the media for your beliefs. You believe in what you believe in. It ain't got nothing to do with the media. And if you want to blame the media, then you blame. Do you blame right wing media, or you just saying left media? Because anytime I hear you say any of you Republicans type motherfuckers, you just blaming the left media. Are you blaming the right for lying, pushing the agenda on y'all, and y'all believe it? Are you blaming them? No, you're not. You're talking about the left wing media. So you're not talking about media. And it's a no. It ain't a media out here. I'm a grown-ass man. Ain't no media, whatever I do watch or don't watch, it ain't a media out here that can tell me what I know, what's factual. Because you know why? Because I research. I don't give a fuck if I agree with what they saying or disagree. I still research it. I still do what I need to do to know if this shit is true or not. Y'all don't do that. So stop it. Don't tell me about the media. It's a cop-out. I tell everybody that watch my shit, I say, hey man, I put out whatever I put out. I say I'm the realest motherfucker on YouTube. I say I try to come with facts and tell y'all the facts. But you know the one thing I tell y'all, if y'all think I'm lying, and y'all think, even if you don't think I'm lying, I still want y'all to go research this shit for yourself. I still want y'all to go and do your homework and educate yourselves on this shit, regardless if I'm right or wrong. That's what media is supposed to do. So at the end of the day, because I don't consider what I do media, I consider what I do is a movement. My movement is to tell people to self-educate yourself and stop listening to just one side of shit. Go listen to other shit. Regardless if you disagree with it morally or it doesn't fit with your narrative or what your beliefs is. Just listen to it. I listen to all types of horrible shit and I go see shit and listen to it. That don't mean I agree, but I want to understand it. Because if you don't understand anything, you just be sitting there, you be on this side, I'm on this side, I'm on that side. Come on, man. But then you be the same person come out and say, I just wish we all could just get along. How? When you don't listen to the other side. When you don't try to understand where motherfuckers coming from. Or know how shit works. Even if you disagree with it, still listen to it and try to figure out how that works. Why they feel that way. Why they saying that. You think I disagree with everything that the right wing says? No. There's some shit I agree with. I actually do. But morally, no. Nothing morally about the right wing I agree with. Nothing. Certain policies and certain shit, yeah, I agree with some of that shit. But morally, no. Nothing morally about what they say and they do and they stand for. I don't agree with none of that shit. Because it's all bullshit. Because they ain't consistent. They hypocrites. And they sit there and try to play victim, but then tell everybody else they playing victim. Wow.
By people, because I think that they have a way of really controlling the narrative.
When I asked Angelique about the First Amendment and freedom of the press, she said that should stand, but she wants just factual information.
First of all, you can't even tell with factual information, because nothing is really in media is really on both sides is 100% factual. Both sides, or wherever you get your media from, it's never 100%. It's never that. Y'all fuck with me. Some people come here to get they media from me. Listen, none of my shit is 100%. A lot of my shit, and I'll be honest about it, a lot of my shit, yeah, about 90% of what I talk about is factual. The other 10% is an opinion. That's what OBF stand for. Opinion but facts. I try to come with my opinion, but at the end of the day, it's about factual shit. But I have my opinion. That doesn't mean that it's factual. A lot of my opinions doesn't mean, and I always tell y'all when I'm saying it's just my opinion. I'll tell y'all that. But a lot of shit, 90% of what I talk about is factual. 10% is just my opinion, and I'll be honest about it. Ain't no media is going to be 100% factual. No media. I don't give a fuck where you get it from. I don't care. Listen, it's a distraction and it's a lie. No media, I don't give a fuck who you go listen to on YouTube, mainstream media, wherever you get your media from. It is not going to be 100%. It's just not 100% factual. Bullshit. Nobody's giving you 100% media facts. Because a lot of people's shit is just bias. And some people don't want to admit that, but it just is. That's why when I give you my opinion, I tell you it's an opinion because a part of it is a little me being biased, right? Or it's just another part is what I believe, right? But when I talk about some of these instances and shit like this, shit like certain shit, it's factual. Because I tell you, if you think I'm lying, Google this shit. Go do the fucking homework yourself if you think I'm lying. But I'll tell you when it's my opinion. The problem is with even the new media and old media. The problem is these niggas just on the new media, they think just an opinion is factual. Actually, no. It's an opinion, nigga. It's whatever your beliefs is. That doesn't make it factual. It just doesn't. And people need to stop that shit. And y'all need to stop looking at these YouTubers, the new media so-called, right? I guess I'm in that realm, right? Stop acting like niggas is gonna give you 100% factual. No. You gotta do your motherfucking part. Educate yourself. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. Y'all can take whatever I say. Listen, I'll tell y'all. See, I'm an honest nigga in this way. If you think I'm lying, go research it. How many motherfuckers on YouTube, the new media, tell you go YouTube? I mean, go and Google this shit and, and self-educate yourself. Regardless if you think I'm lying or not, I still want you to do it. Even if you agree with some shit that I say, still go research it and educate yourselves. It's all about educating yourself. Yo, fuck if y'all come back and say, yo, Kenny, you was wrong about that. Okay. All right, what else wrong about? All right. And then when you say what you say to me, then I'm be like, okay, let me go. You get what? You know how that works? Education. Knowledge. Come on, man. But there ain't a lot of motherfuckers out here. Listen. Niggas for years been telling me, yo, Kenny, should do a lot more clickbait shit. Not disrespecting family and OBF family members and shit. But a lot of them tell me that shit. I can't do it, bro. I got to be real of what I do. I have to be real of why I came in this shit. I've been doing this shit for over 10 years. Motherfuckers might look at my subscribers like, he doing it for 10 years? Yeah. Hey. The 200 motherfuckers that subscribe to me, I fuck with y'all and I love y'all like that. I appreciate y'all. Honestly. You ain't got to fuck with me and rock with me, but you do. Nigga, listen, I'm always been the type of motherfucker, I appreciate what I got. I appreciate what people give me. I come from being poor. So, I'm not, listen, not to diss this generation. I just not that dude. Like, I just don't really give a fuck about that shit like that. Their generation, I get his likes and all that other shit and subscribers, I get it. It's okay. Like, I'm not knocking it. It's just, I'm not that guy. You fuck with me, you fuck with me. You rock with me, you rock with me. I'm a real dude. I'm not with the fake shit. Some motherfuckers might think I'm being fake. You know, that's people's opinions. Everybody ain't gonna like me, nigga. Everybody, listen, we had a whole bunch of people that was OBF members. Nigga, a lot of them ain't here no more. That don't mean I ain't got love for them or nothing like that, but hey, nigga, hey, it is what it is. Their reasons for leaving or whatever our differences was. It's what it is. I listen, a part of me, I get it, and then the part of me is like, okay. Listen, nigga, I had a whole bunch of friends back in the day when I was out in the streets like that. They ain't my friends no more. I don't know these niggas. If I probably seen half of these niggas this day, I probably wouldn't know what the fuck they look like anymore. Just being honest. Times change. People move on. It is what it is. But anyway, people. I appreciate y'all rocking with me today, man. I had to do this show today because, man, this shit, like, it annoyed me with these Trump voters. It's like, Come on, man. They try to have it both ways. Hold on, let me shout out the people. Hold on, I ain't do no shout outs. Hold on. Shout out to Dexter in the building. What up, Dexter? I'm not with you. Hey, man. It's your choice. But I always tell people, I say, hey, man, you know, this election a little different. And like I said, you ain't gotta take my word for it. You know, people got their own feelings how they look at it. But like I said, it's not like the last election. It's a little different. I watch the behavior. See, y'all keep watching what Trump and Biden does. I watch the lower shit. I watch what the states does. I actually watch what the voters say. And I watch the behavior of people that ain't on that type of level. And so for me, it's just a little different. And so I'm not knocking you for feeling the way you feel, but you know, for me, we don't have that choice this time. For my opinion, I truly believe, like, we don't have that choice no more. We had that before. People chose whatever they did, but we don't have that choice now. If Trump and the Republicans get in office and they get in your states and they start running your states, I'm telling y'all, it was a reason why Christopher Columbus and all them, they came and did what they did to America. Because the same shit that I'm telling y'all that's going to most likely they're trying to do now, that's what they ran from the European countries, from Britain and England and all them. And so please do your history. Please understand the moment that you're in. You see these religious people, it seems like they got power, right? In this country. They didn't have that like that. But now they really truly got real political power. And I'm telling y'all gotta pay attention. Stop thinking it's just about Biden and Trump. It's not. It's about these religious nuts. They're out their fucking mind. And they're trying to take over the country. Just that shit that would happen to England. This happened to, listen, go look at other countries. This is what's happening in Ghana. This is what's happening in the Middle East. This is what's happening in Israel. The fucking religious nuts take over the country. Y'all vote them in and then they take over and then everybody mad. That's what Trump is trying to do. That's what the evangelicals and all these Christian nuts, even some of these Jewish people, we don't need that shit. You want to go to a country that's with that type of religion, go there. But they can't go there because they're not really about the religion. They're pretending that. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Let me explain something to y'all. If I'm a real Christian like that, right? I will go to a Christian country and get citizenship there. If I'm so upset with America. That's like, but I'll tell y'all, because I don't think America is the greatest country in the world. Is it better than other countries? Yes. For a black person? Yes. Actually is. Actually is. Wouldn't deny that. Wouldn't lie about that. But if I'm a person that really truly think that America, I can't do anything, and I'm so angry like that I'm willing to push my own type of beliefs, and everybody got to believe in what I got to believe in. If I'm that type of person, I should leave. And I'm saying that to evangelicals and religious people and racist white people, whoever the fuck you are, minorities, whoever. If you really truly think that, then go to another country, because it's a country for you. It's always a country for you. If you're a pro-black motherfucker, it's a country for you that's pro-black. Go there and see how that shit work for you. And you have to really live that life. It ain't no here and there you get to live it. No, you gotta live that shit like that. And then you kind of find out that everybody don't live that same life that you, they're not consistently living that same lifestyle like you think they do. Y'all need to understand that, man. Shout out to my brother Bruce in the building. What up, Bruce? Brother Bruce again. What up, Bruce? I never gonna vote for Trump as he is the worst person. Listen, I would never vote for nobody in the Republican Party. It ain't just about Trump. The whole Republican Party showed me that it ain't, regardless of some things I actually agree with them about, I can't fuck with you because you okay with the behavior of racist people. You okay with racist people being there. And I'm not okay with that. You okay with racist people being in your party. It's not about Trump, bro. Listen, people keep blaming Trump for what's going on. Trump only got the power that he got is because of the Republican Party. They've been this way for a long fucking time now. Shout out to Dustin in the building. I do not trust neither of them white supremacists. And that's fine, bro. And I get that. I'm not knocking you for that. I'm just saying that we don't have that. Listen, I don't know what race you are or whatever, what your, your personal beliefs may be, bruh. But we don't have that opportunity this time with this election. We just don't. We can't play lesser two evils or some shit. Well, they both evil. Nah, we can't do that. We know who worse than the other. We know who worse. You let Trump be in there, bro. Like, listen, it's not the same. You let Republicans be in there. Yo, it's not the same as having Democrats in there. And if you don't know that, then you kind of really don't know what's really going on. That's my opinion about that. And listen, it ain't just opinion, it's facts. Because I can prove it. The problem is you got one side sitting there denying racism even exists. Then you got another side that's saying, hey, racism do exist. Tell me that's not a big difference to you. I understand both sides is white supremacy to you. I get that. Right? And they could probably got that shit in both sides. They both probably got racist people there. But one side is telling you racism doesn't exist. The other side is telling you, hey man, that shit do actually exist. And we trying to do some things. They could be doing more. And they may not be doing more because they might be siding with some, you get what I mean? I get that part. But don't pretend that they're the same. They're not. It is a difference between the Democrat Party and the Republican Party. It just is, bro. Don't try to pretend y'all can't do that now. It is a difference. And don't do that. It's actually being very disingenuous when y'all guys do that. It actually is a difference. When y'all try to pretend, oh, both sides the same. No, they're not. Not fully. They're not. Honestly. But shout out to my brother Dexter, man. Shout out to my brother Bruce in the building. He said, Kenny, I feel Trump hate the common man is he's still from them, but not paying for their work. Yeah, listen. Trump supporters don't even look at that shit. He hasn't. Whole time Trump was in office, he didn't pass any policies or push for any policies to help the common folks people. Y'all know why minimum wage went up? It wasn't because of Trump. It was because of Biden. And then it really wasn't fully, you can't even give Biden fully that credit. It was really because of progressives like Bernie Sanders, AOC, and the rest of us was like, hey man, enough. Man, what the fuck, man? You know what I mean? So, listen, Trump would have never did that. Trump would have kept siding with the corporations, paying you less than minimum wage. I know in my state, our minimum wage was like $8 or $10 or some shit like that. I think it was minimum wage. I think it was like $8 or some shit. Our shit is 15 now. That's minimum wage. You can't pay nobody that work any job in the state. You have to pay them $15. You can work at a fast food restaurant. You're getting paid $15 an hour. You think Trump would have did some shit like that? Fuck no. He didn't do it. He had 4 years to do it. He never did it. Biden was in office for what, three and a half years almost, or 3 years. He got that done. Like, we gotta be real about shit. We gotta stop making up shit to be mad at people about. Listen, I don't like Biden like that, but I'm not gonna lie on that man like he ain't do nothing. He did some shit. But like I said, he wouldn't have got that done without Bernie. And that's real talk, without progressives. But he did push for it. And I got to give him some props for that. Because he is the president. Bernie ain't the president. Just saying. The motherfuckers, they props for what they did. Trump did not do that. See, I told you, I don't give a fuck about people that's rich. And I just disrespect the people that got money because I don't want to count their pockets or be mad at them because they rich. That's not my angle. I'm not mad at you because you got money. I care about the people that live amongst me. I live amongst the people. I don't live no rich lifestyle. I just don't. You see me a little chain or something like that, nigga. It is what it is. I work hard to get my chains, get my little my little shit. I'm good. I don't live out my means. Listen, my daughter eats every day. We eat every day. No lights. The shit is good. You know what I mean? Got our lights on, got our water on. We got everything going on. We good. We ain't in no debt. We fine. My daughter, she get ready to start swims. She get ready start swimming. She ready to do swimming, and she get ready to get in the swim competition thing. I can afford that. That happens. And even if I couldn't, I know her grandmother could buy that shit for it. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't live out my means though. My daughter get whatever she wants. Her little outfit or whatever the hell she wants for $60 or some shit. She gotta get her hair done for this shit. That was $60, nigga. Go ahead. Handle that. I don't live out my means, bro. I live in my means. I don't live outside of my shit. If I can't afford nothing, I can't afford it, bro. If I ain't got it, I ain't got it. I call my homies, be like, yo, if I ain't got something, listen, do you understand? If my man True came down here, and I was like, yo, I ain't got it like that, yo. So you have to pay for shit. You think he gonna be like, all right, okay, I got you. You think he gonna say that? You know how many times this nigga came down, he good when he come down, this motherfucker. Like, you understand, like, you gotta understand something. Like, I don't move like everybody move. You know what I mean? I'm always trying to make people comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna be splurging out my means, nigga. I ain't got it like that. Like, I ain't sitting there acting like I'm balling. No. I'm balling. I'm alright. You know what I'm saying? I'm alright. People gotta realize that shit, man. Stop living out your means, man. But shout out to my brother Bruce in the building, man. Shout out to my brother Bruce again. He said some shit. He said, Kenny, I feel Trump, the racist, for what he said and does and has lies too. I kind of get what you're saying. Listen, shout out to my brother Bruce in the building. Listen, man, Trump is what it is, bro. Like, you ain't got to tell me what it is. I already know what Trump is. I just listen. Anybody support Donald Trump, I call him a racist. It just is what it is. Y'all already know where I stand with that. Trump is a racist to me. It ain't nothing to debate about that with me. I ain't got time for that shit. Ain't nothing to debate. If you can't see that Trump is a racist or said racist shit, then it's nothing to debate about. It's nothing to have a conversation about. I'm not going to explain myself to you because the shit is obviously there. Do I think he a full-blooded racist? No. But he is a racist. But anyway, shout out to my brother Bruce. Again, he said, Kenny, I feel you're honored and you a good man. For you should forgive and feel that is what God want us to do. Listen, I'm not a religious person. So I come from a religious background, but I'm not a religious person as a grown-ass man. I'm not. In this state of my life, I'm not. So, listen, it's not even really about that. It's about when you've seen fucked up shit in your life and you seen that you did fucked up shit to people too. You have a choice in life. And so that's my choice. Like, I think I've probably always been a good person. I just think that like you be in certain predicaments in life that where somehow you just gotta, if you got the opportunity to be good, and I think that's what happened to me, right? It's like I told you, I don't supposed to be here, man. I'm supposed to be dead, man. I got shot, almost got killed, and I got stabbed and almost got killed. So I don't supposed to be here. I tell people that. But I got an opportunity. God bless me. The higher power. And I'm not talking about religious shit. I'm a spiritual person. So do I still believe is a higher power? Yes, I believe it's a God. Listen, I'm here for a reason, bro. And I just don't. Some people got to understand this. You do not get to be here, especially when you get a certain age and you know better. You don't get to be here and be selfish, right? Because I was selfish my childhood. You can just put that to the side, right? But when I started being an adult, I was very selfish. In the beginning of my adulthood, very selfish. But I got to a certain age about 10, maybe, I say about 10, maybe 15 years ago, right? I had no excuse after that. And I made a lot of mistakes and stuff like that, but I didn't have no excuses for being selfish. And not using my talent and not using what God gave me and not understanding and not respecting others and shit like that and having some type of humanity. And people, a lot of times people don't get that. And so I move a different way and it's weird to people. They be like, yo, can't believe you saying this. Like, nigga, but we knew who you was and certain stuff you say. Like, but, nigga, I got a purpose. Just because we can connect in a certain type of way doesn't mean that I'm like you. You get what I mean? Like, we lost a lot of OBF members for that. Motherfuckers think they can connect to me. I'm like them. Or they like me. No. We're not the same. I move in a spiritual way. I'm a spiritual dude. So I move different. I know why I'm here. I don't second guess why I'm here. I'm already established of who the fuck I am. I ain't trying to find myself. Listen, I've been through pain. I've been through a lot of shit more than motherfuckers that was older than me. Right? So I don't see the world that people see the world as. When people die a lot of times, people expect me to have a different reaction to shit, and I don't. Should be sad about it. No. My big homie died. I did what I did for him, and that was to show love to him, the respect for him. But I'm good. He good. He gone. Y'all ain't gonna listen. As much as y'all fuck with me like that, nigga. If I die dead tomorrow, nigga, y'all may do some little shit for me. Maybe not. Some of y'all may do, may not. Nigga. Might represent me the way y'all should or whatever. Well, I hope y'all would, but nigga, listen, man. Y'all gonna move on. You got to. Certain motherfuckers have impact on you. So this is what it is. We're going to get down to the negative comments. Y'all want to keep going on? All right, let's do a quick commercial break. We'll do it for another half an hour. Hold on. If y'all come in with y'all comments, we'll do that. Let's go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. We highly appreciate it. Yeah, we're back from a quick commercial break, people. All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Motherfuckers got some garbage to say. It is what it is. Listen, I take criticism too. I ain't like that, bro. Drink again, Kenneth. Hey, bro. I'ma drink. You know the craziest shit about that shit is that niggas say that, motherfuckers be saying that shit like it's an insult. Listen, let me just say something about that, right? It don't really bother me that much, but, you know, but it bothered me to the point where, like, people say that, right? And it's like, can you debunk what I'm saying? Right? Like, can you debunk it? Like, the shit that I'm talking about, can you debunk it? No, you can't really too. So you go to trying to insult me because you nitpicking and trying to find something about me that you may not agree with or you don't like or whatever it may be, but you can't debunk what I'm saying. That's what irritates me. It's like, it's easy to go down and get, you know, you can easily get pick some shit that you don't like that somebody does. But am I telling you, are you telling me I'm lying? Am I making up shit or am I wrong? No, you go to insulting me. So that's how that goes. That's how I know that people are not that bright. And they know I'm telling the truth. And I might be, when I speak on a lot of shit I speak on, when you get like shit like this, and the next shit I'm going to bring up, they'll let me know that I know and they know that I'm telling the truth. And I'm probably directly talking to them or who they are. All the people that they feel like I know I'm gonna insult some people, and I'm probably insulting him, and I'm okay with that because he's probably the motherfucker I need to insult. But anyway, go ahead. You got another one? No, that's an opinion. Shut up. Hey man, tell me when I'm wrong. Listen, I can have an opinions that can actually be right. See, my thing is, I don't do shit to intentionally lie to people, right? Or just intentionally just to have people to, you ride with me on some shit because that's how it is. Nah, if you think I'm lying about it, prove me that I'm lying. Prove me I'm lying. You feel the way you feel. Nah, shut up, that's an opinion. Okay, show me how I'm lying. You can't prove that because all you did was insult me first. You didn't tell me, you didn't give me no information or saying that I was wrong about some shit. You just straight tried to insult me. So I already know I got you already. So I already know that I'm right. Anybody that, when they first text, regardless say if they disagree with you or not, and that first reaction is to insult you first, that means that you are already right. Honestly. But I say for me, I can't speak for everybody else, but I know for me, when people start insulting me, I already know that I'm right. Or what I'm saying. Because they didn't come with nothing to tell me that I was wrong about. They didn't bring no facts or nothing. They just straight came to insult me. So, it is what it is. But I let everybody say what they had to say, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, and support your boy. And support OBF the Network, people. Peace and love to the world.